These are yours, yes?
Yes.
Tell me, why is an accomplished foreign architect shoveling coal here in Philadelphia? I brought you all out here to join me in looking forward toward the future.
What do you think?
It's unusual, even for you.
Your English is impressive. Perhaps you can help your husband sound less like he shines shoes for a wage.
There are people here. They do not want us here.
It's ambitious. I thought you'd like that.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Read the Room Productions, hosted by yours truly, Andrew. And so if you haven't subscribed or followed my channel, please do that by ringing the bell or following on Instagram, X, and Facebook to get notified on my latest new videos. And I hope you enjoyed this. So this is the Brutalist review. So this movie stars Adrian Brody, Felicity Jones, and is directed by Brady Corbett. This movie is an Oscar-nominated film that is 3.5 hours long, including an intermission, which I have not seen intermission in a long time since my grandparents back in the 1960s worked at a movie theater. And so this was a really good movie. I really enjoyed the acting, the cinematography, the way they had the set design was actually really well done. Now, unfortunately, there was some moments after part one, so like after the intermission, part two is where it kind of like dabbled down a little bit. But part one was really good because I enjoyed the exposition or expedition of the main character played by Adrian Brody, where he's going to America to set a new life for himself because he's an architect. He likes to bring up his cool ideas of like what kind of buildings he wants to, structure into this new world, have a new home, have a new kind of place for himself to call home, I would say. But of course, he meets up with this guy and, he's a rich dude and he, you'll know when you watch this movie, it basically does is he tells him he wants to build like some sort of like big community center and there's like all these kinds of crazy, moments where you kind of see his design in the middle of the movie and you're like, whoa. Imagine seeing a whole new world in the 50s and 60s with that kind of spectacle of a building. So I would say this movie definitely is a really good part one of the story. And then now when we get into part two, that is where you kind of say to yourself, there are some good, there's some bad, because there are some sensitive material to like this movie, even including part one, where there's like drugs, there's like a bit of nudity, sexual content, including there's a controversial rape scene, which to me, I'm very sensitive to, stuff like that. Like, I think that's just really sad, and I don't like seeing that kind of storyline in there. But, you got to keep the story going in so many levels. But in my opinion, they could have at least cut it down a little bit, not make it like 3.5 hours long. But I still enjoyed the way that it was shot. It was, had a good story tone to it where Adrian Brody is just trying to live his life. And there's like a lot of like crazy themes of like high class, middle class, low class. And basically he's not from America and, he's being treated differently. And so we kind of look into the civilization of, I wish we could just treat people equally and respectfully. If they're just coming to our country just to, enjoy the life of being an American, just try to, live a life for himself and a career, then I would just treat them like with every ounce of respect as I can. And to, people who don't come to our country just to, harass and all that stuff, I don't like people who do that. It's like we treat people the way they want to be treated and how they should be treated. And that's just my way of saying this movie really had its flaws and its themes and its downfalls at the middle of the movie, of the ending of it. So I could say the climax was mixed. I will give you that. So that's all I can say about this movie, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. So if you haven't followed, please do that. I already told you I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Please follow me there. And catch up on my new videos that I'm about to be posting soon. All right, take care, guys. Have a wonderful day.